Letters are among the most common types of documents lawyers need to make. With Allexem, you can create new letters in seconds without the tedious work of entering contact information and other standard details every time. In this video, we'll show you how to customize Allexem's complimentary letter template to make it consistent with your firm's branding. Let's take a look at a completed example of the complimentary letter, which will be our starting point. First, go to the Templates Library tab and find the letter template. We'll create a letter for demonstration purposes. Choose who will be sending the letter. We can select a couple of recipients, give it a date, and say it's going to be sent by email. Click Next, and Allexem will use contact information we've previously saved to populate this letter with the correct details. Once the system is done processing, we can download the letter to our local computer and start working with it. This is a typical letter created with our complimentary template. The sender's name and details are at the top. The names and details of addressees are delineated lower down in a table-style format, but it's all generic with no unique branding or styles for the sender, Jane's law firm. Of course, most firms will want to have their own branding and particular styles incorporated into this kind of correspondence. Let's see how we can customize this template to match a firm's branding. Here's the alternative letter that we're going to create. You can see we put a logo for Jane Doe's law firm at the top. We've moved Jane's contact details into the header, across from the logo, and we've put the whole thing in a different font. Let's see how to do that now. First, go back to the Templates library. Again, find the letter in the list, but this time click to go to its detail page. At the top right, there's a button to Adopt Template. That lets us copy this template schema into our own collection and start making changes to it. When we adopt this template, it will copy over into our list of templates found under the Docs Builder tab. Let's quickly look at that now for context. At the moment, we don't have any of our own templates. Go back to the Templates library and back into the letter template. Click Adopt Template. Notice at the top that we're no longer in the Templates library but are now in the Docs Builder section of the website. This is where our own custom templates live. We can click on that Docs Builder tab to see our list of custom templates, and we find the letter we just copied over. To customize this letter template, we have to first open up the current default Word document template. Click Download the current template, then bring it up. This is what our document automation templates look like under the hood, so to speak. At first, this will look a bit messy and intimidating to some users. But don't worry, you don't have to deal with any of these details. Let's compare this document to the rendered version. At the top of the letter, we have Jane Doe's name, her KC designation, and then a block for her contact information. The corresponding part of the template is here. These are the instructions that tell Allexem to enter all that information. All of the text in this template placed between curly brackets represents similar instructions, telling the system what content to create. You don't have to deal with that stuff, but you can move these blocks around to change how your letter is structured. Let's do our customizations. First, I'm going to put a logo at the top. I have a logo I want to use from another Word document. I'll copy and paste it in here. The most important thing to realize when customizing your own templates is that these templates are just like any Word document. You can make any changes to styling or layout that Microsoft Word permits. Allexem doesn't limit what you can do with your Word documents. Our system lets you keep using the same custom styles and the same pictures or SVGs for logos and all the other Microsoft Word features that you already have working for you. Next, let's move the sender's contact information into the header. Just copy that whole block and delete the existing text. We can paste the same content straight into the header of this document. There's no need to understand how these instructions work. Allexem understands that, and as long as you don't delete any of this text when moving it around, the letter will continue to work just fine. Last, let's change the font. Allexem's default templates use Microsoft Word styles. So let's open the Styles pane. The base style for nearly all of this template's styling comes from body text. Click to modify it. Use the option under the Formatting heading to change the font. I'm going to scroll down and look for a font called Equity. Choose your preferred font and click OK. And now we see that the font style for the whole document has been changed. We're finished with our customizations. Make sure you save your changes and then go back into the detail page for your letter template. Recall, we just downloaded the current template and made changes to it. Now we have to upload the changed version to the system. Click Edit. Under the Form field to Change Docs Template, click and choose the file that was just saved to your local computer. Now click Save at the top. Next, we can make sure things are working as expected by creating another letter. At the top, click the button to build a document with this template. We'll make this letter under the Acme and Jingles debt matter. Jane can be the sender, Joe can be the receiver. Let's give this one a subject line. We'll send the letter today. It will be sent by registered mail, and it will be marked without prejudice. Click Next, and soon we'll be able to download our new letter with the same styles and branding we built into the customized template. Our customized letter template functions in the same way as the original complimentary one, populating the matter and contact details correctly. Also notice that it's dated with today's date. There's a reference to our file number for this matter. It's marked without prejudice. It will be sent by registered mail, and it uses the subject line we entered previously. Because this is just a regular Microsoft Word document, you can keep working with it like you would with any other Word file. Save it to your system and start practicing law.